We have Cammie Gilbert from Oceans of Slumber on the phone. Cammie, you're calling us from where?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. The great, it's the Lone Star State, correct?
Lone Star, yeah.
And is that where you've spent most of your life?
Yes, I was born in Chicago, but I grew up in Sugar Land, Texas, and we reside now pretty much in Houston. So I've been a Texas girl all my life.
Very cool, very cool. And now you have a new album. Congratulations on that new album. It's a new self-titled album, number 4. It's amazing. It's an amazing album. You must be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, we're incredibly happy with the reception, and just overall the finished product of what we put together. It's been a lot in the works and a lot of development on our end, and so it's we're incredibly happy with it.
And now this is the first album with the new lineup, and is that why it's self-titled?
A bit, yeah. We wanted to kind of mark a fresh start, as well as sort of make sure that before anything happened, or not really always knowing what the future holds, that we kind of put our stamp definitively on an album.
And have you and is it Dobber?
Dobber,
Dobby. Have you and Dobber been comfortable enough to share the songwriting duties with the new members?
Yeah, absolutely. They're amazing writers and have such wonderful contributions and influences and ideas that a lot of it's been a really great collaboration within the band of working on new music together.
Were there any girls that tried out for the band?
No, actually. That's a good question. No, there wasn't. It was kind of a pretty close net kind of inquiry. But yeah, no, there were.
Have you jammed out with any girls in the past?
Well, I mean, we did a live show with Lindsay Schoolcraft from previously with Cradle of Filth.
Right.
She performed Wolf Moon with us live, and so that was pretty badass. That was kind of a first additional female collaboration. It's
11 tracks and a Type O negative cover. It's 12 complete, right?
Yes.
How do you decide on how many is enough, and what other songs were close to being covered?
Well, really, it's about like the length of the record, not being too crazy, I guess. We would end up with much longer albums, I'm sure, if we could get away with it. When it comes to covers, well, we had been doing the Type O cover live for a couple of tour runs, and we really wanted to get it recorded. So we found a way to kind of make it work and get on this album. But we have a lot of cover ideas kind of on deck and in the works, but we felt like this one had kind of the right vibe to it that would work and be a good fit for what the other songs had kind of formed into being. But we definitely have a lot of covers planned, a little bit of everything, and definitely exploring other genres and kind of pulling them into that metal fold.
How long have you been playing music?
I've been singing kind of my whole life. I grew up in a musical family, and I was always kind of in and out of choir in school and through college. As far as professionally, I would say Oceans is my first go at really being kind of like big time, but I've always had a passion for and intertwined singing and things in my life.
You make your own clothes at all? Do you sew and knit?
I do not. I am very helpless when it comes to fashion and makeup things for myself, but I have a good friend that helps me actually make some of the pieces. She's a hobbyist seamstress, and she helps me make some of the pants and some of the shirts and things when it comes to the cutting. And then I have a wonderful makeup artist named Karma who keeps my face pretty.
Nice. Well, it's all part of the package, right?
Yeah, it's the, that showmanship, and then that kind of line between wanting to share and elaborate that femininity, as well as obviously make sure that I'm perceived first and foremost for the music, but it's a tool like any other, and I like allowing that collaboration, especially when it comes to makeup artists, for kind of allowing them to do what they do and being a model or vessel for them for that. So that's always fun.
Absolutely. I go periodically when I go to festivals and there's people playing with makeup, or even kids. I'll just let them. I'm bald. I have a big bald head. I just let them have at it with paint and whatever. And
so that's amazing.
All in good fun. It's a festival, so I'm not trying to be all uptight and stuff. But it's all good. Have you, as a rocker, experimented with leather or spandex? So it's like the flexi stuff. Leather is just so hot here, and it's not the best friend of like outfits and things. But spandex is always fun. Like if I can figure out that, or like just the stretchy legging type stuff. Like I definitely don't like stiff. If it's gonna be fitted, I don't like stiff or not giving kind of clothing for sure. I can dig it. Now it looks like your last show was Valentine's Day in Texas. Does that sound right?
Yes, I do believe that was our last show.
It's a trip to think that it's been that long.
Yeah, we were so poised to have so much ready and going, and it was a really big year. We had some big festivals planned. The release was going to be planned around different live shows and tours, and so, we were super excited, and so we were starting off the year already going, and getting shows happening, and to have to stop all that, really was a big blow. And can, be pretty depressing. But yeah, to think that it was way back in February. I mean, it's crazy. It's been a long time away from stage, and that, you definitely feel that like in your bones.
On a brighter note, you have a birthday coming up. It's your birthday in October, is that right?
Yes, it is. October 8th is coming up, and hopefully we'll be in a new house that we've been working on all summer to get, and then we'll have some expanded rehearsal space and be able to finally have a piano in the house again. So I'm excited. I like birthdays, and I didn't grow up celebrating birthdays, and so in my adulthood I've found a lot of fun in them. So I like it.
Well, happy birthday, Cammie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I interviewed Phil Anselmo on my birthday, and then I told him about it, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind singing "Happy Birthday" to me, and he did. It was quite cool. He's got that real thick drawl, and
yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
Super awesome.
Yeah, it's always cool. We're all here for fun.
Yeah, for sure.
What's important to you in the house? Do you need a garden? Do you like landscaping? Do you like to grow vegetables?
I do. I enjoy gardening quite a bit with my future mother-in-law. She has a huge garden, and they live out on a lot of land, and so I've learned a bunch about like canning, making jams, jellies, pear butters, all sorts of stuff. Pickles. We get a ton of pickles and stuff from them. And so I've learned a bunch about that, and I've tried to kind of incorporate it back at home at our house with growing some herbs, but I'm not as good with keeping up with them on a daily basis. But my aloe vera plant is thriving, so I got that going for me.
How familiar are you with reaction videos, and do you think they're a little silly?
I do think they're totally silly, but I we watch them quite a bit. I don't fully it's like I do and don't kind of understand them, but I think they're really neat and people seem to like them a whole bunch. And as much as I'm like, oh, I don't like them, I watch them. So I'm being a hypocrite.
Do you call a favorite channel or a particular, just these guys are artists in their own right?
Yeah, they are. I was just on with Pedro. I don't remember the name of his. AMP Reacts.
Cool.
And then there's
that's an older guy. Is that an older guy with a goatee, right?
Yeah, it's him and his son.
Cool.
And then the Lost in Vegas guys. We like them. There's a woman and her husband, and she always cries.
Yeah.
And then there's a vocal coach with a really fun British accent. I don't remember her name.
Rebecca,
vocal athlete. We watch her, and she's fun. She's really funny.
Nice.
So those are some ones we like.
It's a great way for a different way for artists to break out. Because I've talked to quite a few artists that who have been amplified by these reaction videos.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great way to expose people to new artists and show them not only just the music, but the connection that people can have with it too.
How familiar are you with Candace Owens and her experience as a Black woman growing up in America?
I'm pretty familiar with her in a conflicted way, I guess. I think that there's a air of doing anything for publicity and being a contrarian. I think she can be kind of dense when it comes to exploring different issues and relating to people when it comes to sort of these conflicts and tensions.
I recently spoke to Corey Glover of Living Color. He told me that when his son turned a certain age, that he had sat down and had the talk with his son, and I assumed that talk would be about the birds and the bees. And he said that talk was actually about how to handle the police when you get pulled over. Have your parents had that talk with you as well?
I remember them having it with my brother. I think that the emphasis is definitely more on Black men than it is Black women, but I was there to sit through it too for how it could also apply to me. That it's don't act up, don't talk back, just kind of comply, do what you're told, and keep your head low when it comes to cops and how they're going to interact. Like that for sure is a very common and something that took place, in my family too.
As well as the birds and the bees. Yeah,
they're pretty religious, so I didn't get like the birds and the bees as directly as the talk.
Now, you've been compared to Gojira, Opeth, and Catatonia, among others. Are those fair comparisons, and where do you see the current state of your music world art-wise?
I think that's a decent comparison. When it comes to other bands that explore and push boundaries, that have a lot of influences and use them in like unique ways, I think that we certainly fit with that in the comparison for sort of these foundational things that take place in the band. I think when it comes to kind of style and the songs themselves, you can't, it's a little bit harder to say that we sound directly like them in certain capacities. But as far as what Oceans does, we're always exploring, we're always evolving, and we're always finding a way to express ourselves and make the art for what we want it to be. It's like we're not really trying to exact any formula or be something that, we're told to be. It really is about our own personal expression and how we want to go about doing that.
You appear on the new Arion album, Transistus.
Yeah.
I imagine I butchered at least one of those words.
That's all right. Transitus, yeah.
How did that come about, and what's next in the collaboration world for you?
Well, we had the benefit of meeting a close friend of Arian's whenever we were in the UK a few years ago, and he relayed our new release at the time, The Banished Heart, to Arian, and he really fell in love with the band and us and reached out about being on the next Arion album. And so, we're super thrilled to get that invitation. It was an incredibly amazing experience working with him. And it was really exciting to kind of watch this different kind of project develop and kind of have the mystery around the releases and the characters and stuff. And so that was definitely something different and something really fun. Since then, I have gotten a lot of inquiries about collaborations, and it's really fun, and I definitely like the challenge and like the opportunity to do new things, and so it's been fun to kind of explore those too.
Could you see a collaboration with, say, Snoop Dogg, or something out of your world or your realm?
I mean, heck yeah! If Snoop Dogg asked me, I would certainly collaborate. He's OG and like a legend. I'm not opposed to other genres and things. I think really what it has to do is just fit the aesthetic and mood that I like to capture, and is authentic to me, like as an artist. So if it has those elements, then I'm open to anything.
Awesome. Well, we have to wrap this up soon. Real quickly, what was your first concert, first band T-shirt, and the first music you bought with your own money, the most prized music collectible?
Oh man. Heck, I think the first album I bought with my own money was the Red Hot Chili Peppers album. When I was like 13. And then the same for the shirt, because I think we were trying to go to the show, but then that got vetoed, obviously, because I was very young. And then, is it most prized memorabilia?
Yes.
I would say the newest type of box set the Dumber bought, and then the book that counts as memorabilia, like a autobiography.
Absolutely.
So that as like a set together.
Awesome. Well, Cammie, I'm sorry. You have more? Cammie, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to everybody resuming their normal world, having you come to Northern California and to rock us out. Until that time, any final words?
I hope everybody's staying safe and staying healthy, and we will be out there as soon as we can.